Hi there. Have you ever heard of a bedtime routine? I'm sure you've thought about this with kids, but maybe not yourself. What I'm going to show you is actually some exercises that helps reset you and stabilize you so you can heal while you sleep. Even if you ended up sitting at your computer, sitting weird watching TV, or you're running around all night, what happens is if you do a couple of exercises that are very similar every night before you go to sleep, then your body starts going, even on the first exercise or the second exercise, your body will say, oh, hey, this is my nighttime routine. It's time to calm. It's time to decompress. So it becomes a conditioned response for you. That's why we do that with kids as well, where they have their, say goodnight to the pictures, have their bath time. So we're going to create that little routine. You can change any of the factors that I give you, but these are some of my favorite things that help me feel the best. And I do this when I'm marathon training as well, because I want to have a long run the next morning and I want to be reset right when I wake up. And it helps you sleep better as well. So give this a try. So the first one is, because I work at my computer at night a little bit too much, I do tend to really like to open up my hands again. So you're just going to open up your hands, find a wall, spread out the fingertips. There are so many nerves in your hands. It's nice to kind of just wake them up and feel them. Feel the shoulder blades pull together, turn to one side, get really deep, bend right into the wall, push hard into the wall, come up and imagine that you're spinning around a post as you turn to the other side. Get deep, push into the wall. You can just do a few of each of these and you get your neck really turning as well. We're going to do one adding the neck to it. So turn to the right, tip the left temple into the wall. Feel the left side of the neck work. Come on up and one more on the other side. Turn to the left and the right temple pushes into the wall and come back up. Now push your hands into the wall. Feel the shoulder blades pull together and push up the wall as you go all the way down. Now I'm pulling down the wall to come back up, and we'll do one more. Push up the wall. Feel it between the shoulder blades. My shoulders are shrugging up and back and pulling down. Now we're going to stay here. I really like how this one opens the hips and the ankles. So I'm going to reach my right elbow up the wall behind me and my right leg's behind me. So I'm pushing into my toes. My hips are under, so I'm kind of squeezing my bum and really opening that pelvis. Reach the right arm up overhead as far as you can open up. Opening, opening. Imagine someone lifts the shoulder not straight to your ears, but up behind you, and then push into the wall. Opening up a bit more, and push into the wall. Now keep pushing into the wall as you turn towards that arm, all the way across, right on. Now the other side, lift that left elbow up the wall. My hips are under, and I'm kind of opening up my ankles, my hips, my core. Reach that shoulder way up and back, holding the abs in, and now push into the wall. It's critical that we're not just doing a stretch, we're actually giving our body feedback. We're opening a range and giving it some strength in that range. And then open a bit further. I feel it under my shoulder blades, my core, my bum, my chest, and then push into the wall. Keep that pressure and turn all the way towards the arm. You can just feel the difference in how it changes your posture and helps with neck health as well. You can imagine when we get really tight here, we start compressing our cervical spine. So having the chest really strong and lifted and that thoracic mobility helps our neck. So don't just think about your neck, think about those ribs. The next one is laying down, and you could do this one laying on the floor beside your bed. We're just going to do a quick back stabilizer. So you're going to arch your back as much as you can, trying to pull your tailbone towards your ribs. Now you're going to think of your hips like a teeter-totter, and you're going to start sliding the right hip up, right to the ribs, so you can get a little bite all the way up and down the back, right to the SI joint, like right into the sacrum, arching, and then pull the left hip all the way. Trying to keep those hips down and nice and square. Don't let a hip rotate forward. Go side to side until you feel like each side of the back is fully contracting and fully releasing, then the other side fully contracts as it hikes that hip up. It's kind of like a tow rope pulling that pelvis up. And then find the center. Lift pelvic floor, tuck the hips under, tuck your chin down, and now we're going to repeat using our obliques. So now it's the side muscles, not our backs as much. It's not much at all on this one. Hike that right hip up, and then lift pelvic floor, feel the core working, and slowly transition. So the right hip is down and the left hip is up. And slowly transition, keeping the chin down. The base of the skull is lifted into the floor. Side to side until you feel pretty even. Find that center. Quick neck reset. Tuck your chin, lifting the base of the skull up as far as you can and push into the ground to decompress that cervical spine. And just move your jaw from side to side. Find the center, jaw forward and back. Helps with our kind of neck tension and inner ear and balance. Now you're going to hold our head back. Feel the front neck abs working as you slightly unweight your neck, or unweight your head, I should say, just working your neck. So I'm not actually off the floor, I just feel my neck abs working. Come back down, and we'll do one more and move our eyes. So tuck your chin, feel the neck abs working, and unweight a little bit. Now try to move your eyes in one big circle clockwise and one big circle counterclockwise. This gets those suboccipital muscles working. You could do eyes up and down, eyes side to side. You can kind of play with it each time, trying to keep that neck really stable. So you can also do this one with the head pressing into the floor and move your eyes around as well. So it's kind of neat to stabilize the neck and the eyes. The last little part is our overhead breathing. When we fully exhale, sometimes we use our accessory breathing muscles. So you want to keep really lifted. Deep breath in from the ribs and the diaphragm lowers. And as you exhale, the diaphragm moves into the ribs, but I don't want you to exhale pushing from the shoulders. So you can have your hands under the edge of a chair or table or bench, kind of like this. Deep breath in. As I exhale, I'm pushing up. You can have your hands under your bed, or I have some weights here as an example as well. So I have pelvic floor lifted, hips under. Everything's nice and loose because we did that little warm up. Deep breath in. And as I exhale, I'm pushing up into the weights, almost like I'm going to lift them off the ground. Nice lined up wrists. Deep breath in. Exhale fully. Keep exhaling, keep exhaling. One more. So yes, this would be an incredible way to wake up in the morning as well. But if you have something similar to this, even if you want to make it shorter, that's totally fine. But after something like that, you can tuck your chin. You've just had all these great opening positions. You've just had some full exhale in your deep breathing. You've stimulated the diaphragm, which helps the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve runs through the diaphragm, and it helps to calm. It actually signals our sympathetic nervous system to calm down our fight or flight. It's like, ooh, she's not at any threat. Her arms are overhead. She's taking a deep breath. She's fine. It helps tell your nervous system that you're truly okay. Helps regulate your breathing and everything. So even before you sleep, your body might be like, hey, my eyes know how to move freely. My body's stable. And I can fully exhale and get some higher quality breathing at nighttime. So every piece that I put in has a factor behind it. I could talk to you for an hour about this at least, or maybe more. But I hope that this helps and that you found a few things there that you really like. But even as a reset during the day, if you're just having one of those days, take care, stay really healthy, and I hope you like this. I should mention it works great for kids too.